Hey everyone, Dan here from deepenglish.com. Today we have a strange story for you about dancers, out of control dancers in Strasbourg, France, hundreds of years ago. Now I want you to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to be explaining a couple of the vocabulary words in this video, in this story. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to deepenglish.com to download the audio of this story in a slow speed, a normal speed, and a fast speed. And that way you can train yourself to start understanding faster English. Okay, let's listen. deepenglish.com. Alone, in the middle of a silent street, Frau Trophäa began to dance. It was July of 1518 in Strasbourg, France, when for no reason, Trophäa started to dance. Not long after, bewildered neighbors came to watch. Even stranger, Trophäa's silent dancing was joined by first one neighbor and then another. Their dancing was bizarre, and their faces were expressionless. By the end of the week, more than 30 people had joined Trophäa's strange dance. They danced night and day. This was just the tip of the iceberg. Within a month, more than 400 citizens of Strasbourg were swept away by the dancing mania. Still, there was no music and no explanation for what was happening, yet they silently danced on. Many of the dancers began to experience serious health problems from so much non-stop movement. The dancing was so extreme that some people literally danced themselves to death. They died from heart attacks, strokes, and severe exhaustion. At this point, doctors were called. They ruled out supernatural causes, common during that time. Instead, they said the mania was natural and caused by hot blood. When they failed to find a cure for the dancing, they decided to build a stage and invite musicians to play for the dancers. They thought that the cure might be for the dancers to dance until they got it out of their systems. No one knows why, but after a month of dancing, it stopped as mysteriously as it began. While this sounds like a tall tale, it has been well documented by historians, and it's not the only case of its kind. Dancing mania, or Saint Vitus's dance, swept Europe from the 14th to the 17th century. The most well-known cases happened in Germany in 1374 and France in 1518. Some psychologists say that what happened in France was an example of mass hysteria. Mass hysteria sometimes happens in communities experiencing extreme stress. The Strasbourg dancing mania happened during a time of famine and malnutrition. Other people believe that the dancing mania was caused by religious ecstasy. Saint Vitus is also known as the patron saint of dancing and epilepsy. The 1500s were a superstitious time. The local Christian church records say that people believed that Saint Vitus could send down plagues of dancing. We will never know if the people of Strasbourg were suffering from mental illness or swept away by something that science can't explain. The hearts and minds of humans are a mystery, and sometimes we lack the ability to explain why we do the things we do. Have you ever felt swept away by an experience you could not explain? Okay, let's talk about a couple of the vocabulary words in this story. One of them is swept up, which comes from the word sweep. So what is sweep? I'm sure you've heard the word broom, or a tool we use for cleaning up dust or dirt. And if you think about cleaning up with a broom, there is a sweeping motion, which means you are moving across a floor, maybe, if you're sweeping up a floor. So the idea is you're moving across something and you're doing it quickly. So there are lots of idioms that use sweep that have this feeling of moving across quickly. So ideas can sweep across a country, or a dancing mania can sweep across a town. Or also we can say to be swept up. So we are losing ourselves in the emotion. Or we're losing ourselves in the situation where we're becoming out of control, we're being swept up. So in the story, a kind of a strange phenomenon of out of control dancing sweeps across the town, and people are swept up in this this desire or this need to dance for no reason. Well, no reason that we know of. Another example would be any sort of fad or something that's become very popular and spread across a country or spread across the world very quickly. You can use the word swept across. So the selfie stick fad, having your phone on a stick so you can take pictures of yourself. The selfie stick fad has swept across the country or swept across the world. So again, swept across or is swept up is this idea of moving very quickly or happening very quickly. Another idiom we use with sweep is to sweep something under the rug. So you can imagine this image of hiding something. Instead of properly cleaning, lifting up the rug and putting the dirt under the rug. So when we want to say that someone has hidden something, we can say they swept it under the rug. So they did it very quickly and they quietly hid something. So for example, maybe if a company was having some problems, maybe a car company, and there were many problems with the car engines, and they didn't want publicity, they didn't want people knowing about this problem, so they hid it. They swept the problem under the rug. Okay, so let's talk about another expression in this story, the tip of the iceberg. I really like this idea. Maybe there's a similar expression in your native language. As you know, an iceberg, there's only a very small part, the tip, the very top of the iceberg, which is over the water. We can see this small piece, but under the water, it's very, very big. So this idea of the tip of the iceberg is something that we can see easily, but we're missing maybe something very much bigger that it's connected to. So for this example, the dancing, it started off with just, one person, and then 30 people, then 40 people, then hundreds of people. So in the beginning, when it was only 30 or 40 people, this was just the tip of the iceberg. There was something much bigger that it was going to grow into. You can use that in a lot of situations. So maybe there's a similar expression in your language, and I would be really interested to know. So let me know in the comments if there's a tip of the iceberg expression where you're from. So I hope this was useful. I hope you enjoyed this video. We just started making these videos at Deep English a few weeks ago. We have years worth of interesting audio stories at deepenglish.com, but we just recently started making the videos. So if you like it, let us know. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave us a comment. And if you like them, we'll continue. Okay, thanks for watching.